My name is Ambuj Srivastava, and I live in Canada, in a city close to Toronto called Brampton, with my beautiful wife and our 3-year-old daughter. I am currently working as a project manager for a financial institution in Canada. I have a great network of friends and family, and I personally grew up seeing my parents always lending a hand to anyone in need. So I think it is to their credit that I am very passionate about helping people. I'm creating a positive and optimistic atmosphere. My dad was visiting me out in Toronto in 2019, where he wasn't feeling too well. More specifically, he had symptoms of feeling extremely tired, and his urine was getting progressively darker with every few days. And closer to him being hospitalized in the emergency, he actually started looking very jaundiced. His eyes were quite, turning yellow. So that's the time when we actually took him to the hospital. And when he was, admitted there, they ran some scans and they came to realize that he has some sort of a blockage in his gallbladder bile duct area. So they initially thought that it might have to do with his liver, but it took a couple of months for them to do some additional diagnosis and some tests to confirm that he did have stage 2 intrahepatic cholangiocarcinoma. The option that he was given was to do surgery first and then followed by chemotherapy. Unfortunately, in the 2 months that we waited for his surgery, because of the prep involved, his diagnosis changed from stage 2 to stage 4 when they went to go and operate on him. So at that point, surgery was no longer an option for him, and it was on to chemotherapy. In terms of biomarker testing and genetic testing, those were recommended to us only after his chemotherapy started showing signs of not being effective or him not responding to it. Maybe because it's in Canada and the way things work here, it's a sequential set of events. They go with the first line of treatment, and if that is not effective, they look at what's next in line. So we did get the opportunity of getting a foundation 1 testing done, and were able to find certain biomarkers that helped identify a clinical trial that was helpful for him. My advice to a newly diagnosed caregiver is, if you're going to be the primary caregiver for your loved one, know that it's okay to delegate tasks to friends and family. Know that it's okay to accept and decline certain tasks that you would normally do and delegate them outward. Draw limits around what you can and can't do anymore. If you are invested in the care of your loved one, your life will be different, which is okay. But be truthful to yourself and how much you can do. I found the Cholangiocarcinoma Foundation via Google when I was researching material regarding cholangiocarcinoma, and I came across the Caregiver support program and the Cholangio Connect program, and I signed up for both of them almost immediately. So I connected with a mentor via the Cholangiocarcinoma Connect service, and Ali was assigned as a mentor relatively quickly, and she has been a great source of respite for someone who understands the anxiety and the fear of losing a loved one to this type of cancer. Sometimes you feel like you're screaming into a void when you're helpless and you have all these questions and concerns and anxieties. And it's just great to know that there is someone on the other end that is there to validate your feelings because they've been through something like that. And I believe that this is probably one of the best services provided by this foundation. And I could not be thankful enough to the foundation and to Ali for being such a great mentor. One of the things I've come to realize is that having a positive spirit and attitude is actually the first line of treatment for any type of illness. medical intervention is the second line of treatment. So my dad's fighting spirit, his optimism, and his positivity is what gives me hope. In terms of where do I find my own strength, I find strength in my faith in God, and knowing that everything happens for a reason. Right? There is an expression I like: for every thorn, there is a rose waiting to blossom. So I would like to believe that this experience with my dad is going to help him and us as a family grow and mature and direct us in a different direction that may not have been possible otherwise.